order with the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everybody. So to start our meeting off today, under unfinished business and correspondence, we would like to introduce our new Commissioner, Scott North. So I'm going to give you the floor, Scott, if you want to just say a few things here, appreciate it.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Boyle. I'd just like to tell everyone that I'm pleased, I'm honored to be here. The last almost 2 weeks have been a whirlwind of education. There's a lot to learn and to get my head around. Everyone has been very gracious, very open, very helpful. I ask everyone to please continue to extend that helping hand. I'm going to accept it as we go forward. I also appreciate the faith and the confidence to go forward. I'm going to do my very best on behalf of the people of Jefferson County. And among all, I will keep an open ear. So please take it. Thanks, Commissioner.
All right, thanks, Scott. We are now looking for a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting dated August 10th, 2021, as presented.
Second.
Call for the vote, please, Karen.
Mr. Fuller.
Yes.
Mr. North.
I'm going to abstain because I was not present.
Mr. Pacini.
Yeah. Thank you. Looking for a motion to approve invoices in the amount of $858,964.75 for the period August 11th through August 24th, 2020.
So moved.
Second. Call for vote, please, Karen.
Mr. Fuller.
Yes.
Mr. North.
Yes.
Mr. Pacini.
Yes. Again, we are looking for a motion to approve pending invoices in the amount of $987,540.26. So.
Second.
Call for a vote, please, Karen.
Mr. Fuller.
Yes.
Mr. North.
Yes.
Mr. Pacini.
We're looking for a motion that the actual gross payroll in the amount of $258,923.94 be approved for payment for the period August 1st through August 14th, 2021. So, second. We'll ask for a vote, please, Karen.
Mr. Fuller.
Yes.
Mr. North.
Yes.
Mr. Pacini.
Looking for a motion that the tentative gross payroll in the amount of $257,340 be approved for payment for the period August 15th through August 28th, 2021.
So moved.
Second. And again, call for vote.
Mr. Fuller.
Yes.
Mr. North.
Yes.
Mr. Pacini.
Yes. We are looking for a motion to enter into an agreement with the Henderson Township to provide the township with FFY 2020 Community Development Block Grant, CDBG competitive funding in the amount of $2,675,025 to carry out the Henderson Township Municipal Authority's Village of Stone Creek Water System Improvement Project.
So moved.
Second. Okay, Bill, any info on that, please?
Yes, Village of Stone Creek, they've had water problems up there for the past couple of years. With lines leaking, they've been unable to hold water in their tank, provide water service to their customers. This grant money will be used to replace all the existing water lines throughout the system and also install the new storage tank.
So we have received several phone calls, so that's gonna take care of all the water issues, or will there be still some? What do you?
Right now, they are having issues with one of their wells. This project here will not address the well. They are looking for water, grant funding some sort to address the well situation. But this project here will alleviate a lot of the leaks, so the wells they have may be able to keep up. That's yet to be determined.
Any other questions for Bill?
Bill, is there a possibility that they could tie into a municipal water system?
That's been brought to their attention, but at this time, there doesn't seem to be any interest in that.
Hearing nothing else, I'll call for a vote, please, Karen.
Mr. Buller,
Yes.
Mr. North,
Yes.
Mr. Pacini.
Yes. We are looking for a motion to enter into the Consulting Engineering Service Agreement Amendment C20-4 with Wen Dawson and Foreman Incorporated in the amount of $349,000 for engineering and inspection services for the Henderson Township Municipal Authority Village of Stone Creek Water System Improvement Project. Second. Okay, we're really good there. So Jeff Scott, okay. Again, Bill, anything on that?
No, this agreement here is just to allow the engineering firm to move forward with the design of the project.
Okay, anybody have any questions again? Hearing none, call for a vote, please.
Mr. Buller,
Yes.
Mr. North.
Yes.
Mr. Pacini.
Okay, announcements, commissioner meeting September 14th at 10:30 a.m. at Jefferson Place. Any public comments?
All right, you know, whenever I'm here, I've got something
We
to
knew you
say.
have something to say, ready for it.
Okay, I'm here to announce our second collection for the year, for the electronics, televisions, and household hazardous waste. As you know, this collection helps our residents properly dispose of or recycle, such items as computers, the printers, the wires that get attached to it, anything that gets attached to a computer, televisions, household hazardous waste, which would be like cleaners and pesticides, pool chemicals. We even take those, the gas grill, propane tanks. I know some people have a hard time getting rid of the older tanks because they won't take them in the exchange program, so that, those will be taken there too. Hopefully too, by holding this collection, we're keeping this stuff out of the landfill. And then we're also helping to curb the illegal dumping of these items, because these items that are mentioned now, of course, are all banned from the landfill. So we're hoping that it's going to be a good turnout. We always fill up. We always have to extend the hours. So we're getting pretty close to it now that I would imagine we'll start seeing some time slots really filling up. So I always encourage people to, if you need to come, then make sure you get registered now, because you do need to pre-register. And the flyer that I gave you, all the information is on there. And I do want to thank Goodwill, because we always partner with Goodwill on this collection. They provide the space for us. That we're actually, we use the old state cops barracks right there. It was right out there, Falls Creek. And they even help us. They provide a forklift operator. So that saves us money on this collection. So, it's really, truly appreciated what they do for us. And then at the last meeting I attended several months ago, I had reported on that $50 million that was transferred out of the recycling fund. That was done in 2020, and that was to balance the state budget. I just kind of wanted to give you an update of what's going on. I'm on a legislative committee with PROP, which is the Professional Recyclers Organization of Pennsylvania. And we're reaching out to entities like CCAP, the Counties Association, PSATs, which would be the Township Supervisors, PEMA, which is the Municipal Authorities Association. We're also reaching out to the borough agencies too. But what we're doing is we're trying to point out that these funds that they're taking away are not helping us implement our local programs, because we rely on those grant funding to keep these programs going, such as our drop-off recycling site. And then these monies are dedicated, they're not supposed to be spent on anything other than recycling. So I've already talked to the Jefferson County Township Association of Supervisors, and they passed at the local level a resolution in order to just say, we want it stopped. We don't want any of these dedicated monies coming out of the fund anymore. And I'll be meeting with the Jefferson County Farm Bureau tonight. And then my counterparts in other counties are also doing the same thing. They're reaching out to those individual, what we're calling stakeholders too, because it all affects at every level, with the environment and those kind of things. And even with, with the way the laws that are written. So we're just trying to do that, trying to reach out. So I just wanted to point that out that, even though we know that the monies are gone, they've been transferred, we're not sitting still. taken it, so we're hoping that we'll get legislative, focus on this kind of stuff and that it hopefully will stop. But that's all I have. Appreciate your time and Scott.
Thank you.
Thank you, Donna. Anybody have any questions for Donna? She loves questions.
I do have a new guy question.
Okay.
I'm gonna play this card as long as I can. And my understanding may be either wrong or might be out of date. But years ago, I thought I read where there was a fee attached to refuse collection billing. It was supposed to go to fund recycling programs. Is that,
Yes, that is the recycling fund that I'm talking about.
that's where that
Yes,
money's coming from?
It's $2 every ton of PA waste goes into this fund, and then those funds, 70% of those funds are to go back out to the municipalities to implement the
So
program.
that's the source of that.
Yes, it is, and they have not raised that since 1988. So, the inflation factor is not in there at all. Yeah, so we're pretty much, we're on shoestrings, but
Okay.
we're all in it together trying to keep these programs going.
Yeah, that's close to when that law was passed.
Yes. Well, since early 1990s, I think they've taken over 200 million from the fund. And most of the time, it was either to make up a shortfall in the budgets, or it was to move money into that Growing Greener program. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but they did take money out of the recycling fund to start that fund. But that's also a fee on waste too. So they got the recycling fund, and now then they're getting their own dedicated funding. And honestly, I can't remember if they've taken out of that Growing Greener fund like they have the recycling. But I could find out.
Thank you.
Sure.
Anything else? Any other public comments? Okay, we'll close public comments. I guess at this time, press, you're up.
They had a meeting about the I-80 bridges at the big school. Did anybody here attend that? The tolling of bridges?
We just following other meetings. We were something Brian would share. We haven't heard back.
That's the same time that Scott got appointed in flooring.
Oh, okay, I didn't
So
realize
we-
that. It wasn't my job to go there, so I wasn't sure what time it was.
That's why we,
Okay.
I have a question for Bill. The second project you were talking about, is there some kind of time frame? What is that project anyways?
That's not a project, that's for the engineer to do the design work for this
Okay.
concrete project.
And that, was there a timeline on the other one too, when they're gonna start, or?
No, I had a projected timeline here. Well, the design is starting as we speak. And originally, we hoped to have it completed by December of 2022. But that may be prolonged because of certain permits that are required through DEP for this project. Also, the water tank, I guess there's long lead time on procuring that. And we won't know what that is until the project goes out to bid. Hopefully we can get it out to bid next fall. I thought it would be early spring of 23.
Welcome, Scott. Is there some kind of reorganization you do to decide who the chairman is, or say you were the vice chairman for, so?
Right, so we actually did that and became the chair.
When was that?
Last Thursday.
Oh, last Thursday. Okay.
It's a special meeting.
Maybe. Oh, okay.
Oh, I mean.
Okay, anything else? Okay, go to the order. Jeff, you got anything? Scott?
No.
Okay, well, then we'll look for a motion to adjourn. All the votes, please, Jeff?
Mr. Bullard.
Yes.
Mr. Moore.
Yes. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Jane, can I have Karen's pen back, please?
Hey, we can get,